Well, it's the big day on the church calendar, that one that we all wait for, that great feast of Saints Philip and James, little James, but mainly Philip. Saint Philip the Apostle, the saint that put the P in Father Sean P. Tunic. That's right, today is the feast day of that great, but sometimes forgotten apostle, Philip. You know, St. Jude is often known as the patron saint of hopeless causes because supposedly he's the apostle people think about least amongst the others. What about Philip? St. Jude has now got this whole hopeless cause racket thing going on. So everybody knows about St. Jude. But what about St. Philip? Well, he's my guy. If you look at my coat of arms on the Sean the Baptist webpage, you will see a special motto on the bottom that says Ostende Nobis Patrem, which means show us the Father. And those are the words of St. Philip to Jesus in Scripture. Jesus has done all kinds of things, but they see him pray. And Jesus is talking about the Father, and Philip finally says, Lord, show us the Father, and that will be enough for us. Now, Jesus has to kind of chide him a little bit because he says, Philip, have you been with me this whole time and still you don't know me? Anyone who has seen me has seen the Father. Well, I still like this about Philip, and he even chose it as my motto, even though Jesus kind of corrects him. Because essentially, Philip is given the opportunity to ask for whatever he wants. He gets to ask God, what do you want? What do you want, Philip? And you know what Philip wants? He wants to see God. That's not so bad. That's a pretty good desire. In fact, I think that's the answer to the question. If you get asked, what do you want? I want to see God. It's a good answer. It's a good thing to request. And that's what Philip does. Ostende nobis patrum. Show us the Father. Now, I also like to include it as my motto because, well, yeah, he gets it a little bit wrong. And that kind of shows us that it's okay to ask God for what we want, even if it's not completely pure. Like, Philip wanted to see God. That's pretty good. We ask God for all kinds of stuff all the time. I know a priest who asked God that when he got a rental car at the airport, could he please have a convertible? And he got it. Now, don't go wasting your prayers maybe on things like that. But yeah, you can ask God for what you want, even if it's not perfect. Jesus isn't looking there to smite you in case you mess up. Ask God for what you want, but know that behind all of it, you want to see God. Every good thing you desire, it is good and pleasing to you in some way or another because you want God. So on this feast day of St. Philip, I always think that, patron saint of hopeless causes, Jude, well, he's going to have plenty of people lined up for him at heaven. But when I get up to the heaven, I hope I'm seeing St. Philip and I'm like, Philip, it's me, Sean. It's like, Philip, it's like, Sean, it's you, Philip. And then we'll just go off and have a beer together and it'll be great while everyone else is waiting on St. Peter and Thomas and St. Jude with his hopeless causes. Most importantly, let's look at Philip's humility today. He asks for what he wants. He wants to see God, and that's not so bad. I also take it as my motto because as a priest, well, they call me Father, and I'm supposed to image the Father. In fact, Jesus says, don't call anyone Father because there's only one Father. In fact, any earthly father is only an image of the real Father in heaven. So it's also a call to all of us as men, whether we're celibate fathers or we're biological fathers, we have to image the one Father in heaven because the whole world is really crying out, Ostende nobis patrum, show us the Father. Where are the fathers? Where are the good men to be fathers? The world cries out, show us the Father. I pray that I could be a good priest and do that, and that all of us men, especially on this feast of St. Philip, through his intercession, would help show the Father, the one Father, to the world by being good fathers on earth. And God bless you.